You discover a metal meteorite. To identify the metal, you want to find its specific heat capacity. So you take a sample of the metal and you heat it to 90 degrees Celsius. You place it in 300 grams of water in a styrofoam cup. T initial of the water is 10. After the metal is added, the water temperature rises to 11.3. Identify the metal. First, calculate the energy release to the surroundings as the metal, just the metal, we're not going to worry about the water here at first, cools from 90 degrees Celsius to 11.3. Then what do you do? Well, you're going to find the energy released in the water. Where did that come from? It came from the metal. So this is a two-part problem. So let's extend the page. It's going to take us a little bit of room here. First of all, let's see what happens with the water. We know that delta H surroundings, which is the water surroundings, is going to be mc delta T. What's the mass of the water? The mass of the water is 300 grams. And I'm going to leave the units out here because they're all going to work out properly. C for water is 4.184. And delta T is going to be 11.3 minus 10, which is 1.3. You multiply that out, and you get energy released to the water is 1632 joules. So we're going to put that up here in a little box. We're not done yet. Now we have to do the metal. We use the same equation here, except this is the delta H of the system, which is the metal. That has to equal 1632, the magnitude of it. So we're not going to worry about signs so much here, but we're going to say the metal has to release 1632 joules. What's the mass of the metal? Well, it's 164.6. What's the specific heat of the metal? Well, we don't know that. That's what we're trying to find out. And what's the delta T? Well, that's 11.3 minus 90. Okay, so that's going to be 78.7 degrees. And notice, if we wanted to be rigorous here, I would have put a negative here, right? That's the energy released by the metal. And this is a negative delta T. So the negatives cancel anyway. I can now solve for C, and C is going to equal 0.126. I look in my chart, here's the specific heat, and here's the metal, it's gold. So that's a cool meteorite. B,